Hello family and welcome to another vlog by Domingero. Today I have come exclusively to Mexico to make one of the videos that you like the most, which is about the millionaire children of Mexico City. As you can see, we have come to one of the best locations where we will be spending a day with the wealthiest children in the area. So get ready, because in this video there will be exotic animals, the most exclusive parties, and of course the craziest eccentricities of the entire city. So without further ado, let's roll the video. One of the main characters in today's video is called Mr. Fofo Marquez, a child who is well known in Mexico City for his millionaire parties and eccentricities, from having wild animals to spending thousands and thousands of dollars with his friends on champagne in the best clubs of the city. Being in Mexico, I was not going to miss this opportunity, and I decided to personally check out what his lifestyle is like. So let's see what the matter is about. And what a better way to start this video than with the best views of Mexico City. In this case, we have come to one of the best locations in the city to enjoy the beginning of the day, where we are in one of its many mansions where people usually come here to spend the weekend or simply throw outrageous parties with their friends. So, well, enough nonsense, and I think it's time to introduce it to you. Fofo, come here. Well, Mr. Fofo is finally coming here, so we are finally going to meet him. What's up, bro?
How are we doing?
Pleasure to have you here. As you can see, he has brought his pet here, one of his many pets, in fact. We are going to his house, but it is, as I said before, his vacation home, his weekend house. He lives in multiple mansions, therefore he doesn't have animals in each one of them because they are not equipped for that. But he does like to bring his little one from time to time. What's his name?
The Godson.
The Godson. Because they call him Godfather, so that's his godson. And of course, he's a beauty. So, well, I think it's time to take a tour around the mansion and get to know it more in person, right?
Yes.
Let's get down to business. In fact, as you have seen, Fofo has different animals. But obviously, this house is not equipped to keep them. In fact, he has a ranch that is completely set up to enjoy the animals when they are bigger. Here, he can keep them when they are babies and so on. But once they start to grow, he sends them to different homes. In fact, depending on the climate, he keeps them in one house or another, right?
Yes, we have a beach house where we have quite a few small monkeys, because monkeys do not favor the climate of Mexico City. I do not recommend having them here. And the felines, well, when they are adults, we send them to a ranch. That's where they are with plenty of animals. Over there, jaguars, panthers, white tigers, everything there.
Exactly. Because in the end, obviously I want to clarify that I'm not encouraging you to have exotic animals in your homes. Obviously you need to have substantial wealth, a good capital to be able to keep them. Since in the end it's not about buying them, but being able to maintain them. In fact, how much could a small tiger like that cost you?
A tiger, depending on the color, an orange one is about 88,000 to 90,000 Mexican pesos, and a white one about 300,000 to 400,000 pesos. And the maintenance is 60,000 pesos per month, which is really the expensive part. When they are small, as they grow, the maintenance increases.
Exactly, therefore, do not fall into the mistake of, oh, how beautiful this tiger is, I'll buy it. And that's it, because many of these people buy them when they are small, but then they have to sell them, or they have to give them away, because obviously they cannot take charge. You need a good platform, you need people to take care of them, etc. Therefore, it is in the hands of very few to be able to take care of them, and obviously the best thing is to rescue them and not to buy them from third parties. So from here, we are not encouraging it. But after all, it's part of the life of billionaires, so I thought that you have to be transparent and you have to show it, right? And of course, they are beautiful. So, well, let's continue with a tour of the house. So, well, let's quickly start by giving you a tour of Fofo's mansion, which basically, as you can see around here, is the area where the party really happens indoors. We've seen the outside part, perfect for some good champagne, for those hot days, to see those bikinis, those behinds, I don't even know, let them starve. It's fully themed, so of course very good parties are held here indeed. And well, explain to us a little more what we have here. Besides being a party room, it can be seen that it is multi-purpose. So I see various things like waterfalls, glass walls. I want you to explain to me what this is all about.
As you said, the house has multiple uses, such as the bar, the living room, which when meetings are held, everything is moved, and then it becomes a large party hall. The DJ's table is set up here, and It's all a party indeed.
Back here, because here you have a kind of waterfalls.
Oh, look. That's where we had the crocodiles, but we moved to other houses because the climate of Mexico City really doesn't suit them.
Crocodiles in your living room, in your party room? Have you ever had a party with crocodiles there?
Yes, of course, people thought. Not being used to seeing them, thought they were toys.
Obviously, imagine you're there at a party, dancing with a woman, dancing to Bad Bunny, and suddenly a crocodile appears and does. On the woman's behind. This butt is mine. This butt is mine. But I suppose it would be covered, right?
Yes. In fact, as you can see, it's a waterfall of crocodiles. It's not easy for them to leave. So that part is super well conditioned in the section. Of the crocodiles, of the lizards.
Wow. Of course, we had seen eccentricities, but this one tops the list. In this mansion, we find various levels which you can enjoy in different living rooms, such as this more private area, in case after a great party you wanted a quieter spot. With the woman you're with, or simply with your family, because to get over a hangover, it's certainly a good place. In fact, let me know in the comments if you would like us to do a review from various luxury homes throughout Mexico. As you can see, they don't mess around. And in front of me, we have a much larger living room. In fact, for one of the many secondary houses, look at the size of this table. It can fit about 15 people. In fact, this would be a good podium to get on for a party, right? To pop a champagne.
Yes, of course.
It's always a good opportunity to pop champagnes, isn't it?
Yes.
So, well, this is just one of the many common areas. I think it's about time to show them the champagne collection you have in your room, right?
Yes, of course.
Come on, let's get to it.
Hey, welcome to the world of champagnes.
That's right, friend. I thought I was the king of champagnes, but I see I have some strong competition here. Who has a collection of Dom Perignon in their room? So they can sleep well, right? I like that. In fact, in a while we're going to be heading out to the club to one of the most exclusive parties to pop the champagnes and see who wins, right? Yes, of course. This is going to be a competition of who pops more champagnes, because since we are in Millionaire Kids, it's all about champagnes. We're starting to get along better. I like your style. So well, in fact, it even has the Dom Perignon symbol. I asked him, hey, aren't they sponsoring you with Dom Perignon? By the way, if you're watching us here, I have my bank details in the description. I want my millionaire check. And without further ado, let's take a look at this room, which looks very interesting. In fact, his room has 2 floors. Let's see what the upper floor is about. Wow, I'm surprised there's no elevator since it has 2 floors. I like it. We have here a gaming area overlooking the entire Mexico City, and here you have a pool bar, which is basically the typical small bar where you can dance, where flexible women do their show, or where firefighters come into action, that is. We have a fire. We need champagnes. Of course, that is very useful. And further on, we have another gaming area here in case one is not enough. As we can see, Fofo is petting one of his many exotic animals here. My question is, Fofo, why do you have a glass showcase behind you?
You see, Dominguero, I was the first person and the only one so far to have a great white shark in captivity. I had it a while ago. And this fish tank, it's bulletproof. This was to keep a small shark. This, in an aquarium in China, they had one there, but still, they released it just like I did, and I had it for a while. And then I released it.
Wow. So I have to have a great white shark in your room. It's on another level. We've seen some crazy stuff, but I think this is surpassing all our expectations. So, what's next? Any plans you have here that you can share with us?
Well, look, the truth is I prefer to keep it a secret.
It's clear that not just anyone has that information. So if you want to know more about it, if you want a second part of a day with a billionaire kid, that's what you have to do. Go subscribe to the channel right now. Click on the bell because maybe we'll do a second part. Are you up for it?
Yes.
Well then, everything is in your hands. 50,000 likes and a second part is made. In fact, I've lost count of how many living rooms are there here. From what I can see right now, I see 1, 2. In fact, we are in another living room. What happened here?
Living room number 3. Let's toast to that.
Let's toast to this, family. Well then, I'm full of glass in the house, so let's continue with the action. And if you like these views, this is going to get much better. Inside, night shots. I love you, Mexico. Something very common among the wealthy people in Mexico is to travel by private transportation. In this case, it would be the famous bodyguards, that is. To say they go with armored cars and with a driver who will be in charge of protecting the people inside the vehicle. In this case, we have the good Alberto who will be accompanying us throughout the whole party night. which in fact we are going to pick up more millionaire kids who are friends of Fofo, who surely will have very nice cars.
Well, let's go.
Thank you, Alberto. Teleportation. We have another escort car prepared here because they will be accompanying us. Other millionaire children that I will be introducing to you in a while, as you can see. Actually, we have several escort vehicles. We also have this Mercedes, and we have it here. A Gymkhana Cherokee, and we have it here. To the new members who will be joining us in a while, if you actually want us to record a part number 2 with them, let us know in the comments. Give some love to this video, and if you give it enough love, we might make a part number 2. Are you in? To an episode number 2. So well. They have accepted. It's in the video, and without further, let's get to the mess. Let's go party, right? Let's go! The biggest concern tonight, it's who's going to drive this Audi R8. So if it's heads, he drives it. If it's tails, he'll drive it, so wish him luck. Heads, enjoy this R8, and now yes, it's time to go, so let's see how the beast behaves. We have here the X6 that will lead with the escorts. In between, we have the Rate, the Audi squad. And then here we have the other escorts. I tell you that this way we are well protected. You already know that champagnes are the symbol of celebration among millionaires. Therefore, when going out to party, it is a battle among the city's rich kids. That is, whoever orders more champagnes and more show is the one who will win prestige and who will rule the night. Therefore, it is very common to see different tables around asking for champagnes and champagnes until one decides to give up and not order anymore. Which is not a problem for Fofo and his friends, as they rely on American Express and cash. Although probably for these kids it's nothing, since they spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every night. In fact, the champagne is just for show. They usually don't even drink it, but buy it to invite the women around. And as if that weren't enough. The battle has done nothing more. Let's start now, as these champagnes are usually also used to be sprayed among each other, and thus showcase the famous foam shower to be able to demonstrate who is the one in charge of the party. Besides champagnes, they obviously also have the famous bottles, which are usually from the best brands, and since we were in Mexico, the famous mezcal and the famous tequila couldn't be missing to offer shots to the surrounding people and get drunk to the point where they can't remember. The next day, the thousands and thousands of dollars that were left at the club. The night before. Of course, it has been a very intense day full of action-packed champagnes. Obviously, I recorded this video before we went clubbing, otherwise we knew. We wouldn't even be able to speak, so we toast to that great time we had. Give a like to this video. If you liked it, share it with your friends. If you want to see a second part, thanks to Fofo for joining me. It has been a pleasure to be with you. I will be leaving all the details in the description so that you will follow us, so you know if you want more. The only thing you have to do is to like this video. And see you in the next video in just a few days. See you later, family.